drop my work. Then I go back and check it, right? And I need a mixing board. I hear it. You hear it. You know what I mean? It's like I can't really get the sound how I want, and I need a microphone. I'm still working on that too. But I'm just happy that I can get the information out there. That's what's key to me. You know? You see, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, that'll help you achieve freedom, justice, and equality. Right now, we're still, me and my son are still dealing with the first word. That's going to be this whole year. Right? This year is the year of the knowledge. To know the ledge. To seek knowledge. You know? Knowledge is the root word, is the key word. Knowledge is the key word. Know is the root word. The ledge, that's something that you can fall off and no longer know, you know? You don't know. That's the goal. See, I started this whole thing with my cousin, Mr. Sig, right? And it's like, all right, what are we going to do? Are we going to broadcast? Are we going to make a show? Are we going to, what else? What other ideas are these things that we're creating and sharing on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram? The list goes. Twitter X. I call it Twitter X. I don't just call it X. I call it Twitter X. Like Malcolm X. Because Malcolm X is the beginning for me when it comes to explaining what hip hop is as a culture. Then I say Martin Luther King. Then I say Kwame Ture. And now I'm introducing the GOAT, Muhammad Ali. All right, now let's have a conversation, right? I'm talking about 4 dimensions there. Now I'm talking about time. I'm talking about getting from one point to the other point. Changing distance, changing time. Now y'all getting mad at me because it's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Or wait, no. Just listen to the knowledge that I give you. And when we see each other, we're having beautiful conversations together. I'm not here to argue with y'all. I'm here to share the knowledge. It's a beautiful thing. Knowledge is a beautiful thing. It's nothing to argue with. That's what I'm talking about. I want to argue all the time. And Mike done dropped the jewels. As soon as he dropped, as soon as I scrolled down my news feed and I saw it, I was like, yo, this knows Einstein. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll lose an argument just so I can go about the rest of my day and have peace. You see, you're not, before, that was the word, right? Before you are a race, a religion, or an occupation, you are a human being. But I'm coming across white mages. White mages are supposed to be the healers. When you get together back in the day, when so the legend goes, right? And y'all about to go fight that dragon, or to save the princess, or or fight the dragon together to save the land. Then you got to bring a white mage with you. White mage is supposed to be the healer of the group. It's supposed to be the Virgo, right? But as I stroll these concrete jungles, I don't see, it's not too many white mages out there. Most of the white mages sound like black mages. Now I'm talking about something completely different. Y'all want to say it's psychological, like, racism in the form called white supremacy. I'm always spitting the philosophical side. God knocked me upside my head and was like, yo, I gave you the gift of tautological epistemology. Now get that to the people. And that's what I'm here to do, right? I'm here to argue with y'all. So yeah, when back in the day when George Jefferson used to tell, what's his name? All in the Family, Archie Bunker, when he used to call him a cracker. It was his way of, using the reverse N-word, you know what I mean? Because he know once Archie said the N-word, it was, hey, we're allowed to really fight, right? Your people used to say that word after we had us hung up on a tree, right? After y'all group tackled us, it would take 9-10 of y'all to tackle us and group tackle us and gang up on us and hang us from a tree, right? And that's how I approached walking through the streets of my university. I went to a predominantly white school, and yes, they would use the N-word and drive off, right? And did I call him a cracker back? Nah, not necessarily. F you or whatever, and keep it moving throughout my day. I'm not here to argue with y'all. I know my culture, and it's more than being, quote unquote, a slave. See, the African is not a slave. The African history goes back way further than anything these Europeans is telling us. The colonizers, now we have to call them colonizers because apparently Europe is only just England, right? Like England is that great, empire. Well, actually it was the Romans, right? But now the Romans is blacker than some Africans, right? But it's all good. We here to love and share peace, compassion, have unity, and most importantly, to have fun. That's the purpose of the Volo television network. That's a part of my part of town network, which is we want to be a member of the black media. They call it the black media, and I don't hate on Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, even Tariq Nasheed. I know Tariq is he's a jokester. He's a comedian, right? Comedians can be buttheads, right? Because they like to butt heads, right? So yeah, sometimes they'll come off being very hypocritical because they like to bust all the times. But once you start janking back, right, and really getting into because the heart that's where the honesty is, right? When you got honesty in the heart, knowledge in the mind, strength in the body, and you start spitting that truth, I don't care how much hate they think they got in their heart. They not ready for even the simplest thought-provoking jank bus, janking, bussing, whatever you want to call it, making fun of. What do they call it now? Roasting. You know what I mean? Even the basic, simplest roast that make you think about what you just said about that person will completely destroy them psychologically. And all of their mental health issues will explode. Sad but true. Like they try to do it to me. I laugh because God is on my side. Even though you out here struggling, even though you're not making your 100,000 like you were promised, and not because you ain't, your family's breaking up, even though you all that, right? Even though I'm going through all that, you still got hip hop. You know that, right? That's what God tells me. And I'm like, yo, God, that means hip means to know. It's a form of intelligence. To be hip means to be up to date and relevant. Hop, that's a form of movement. You can't just observe a hop. You gotta hop up and do this. Music makes mellow, maintain the melodies for MCs and motivate the breaks. The words love and life both have 4 letters, but they're 2 different things altogether. Here I am, RAW, terrorist, here to bring trouble to phony MCs. I move all MCs. I just conquer and crush another rapper at ease. Yeah, I got all that in the repertoire, ready to spray it. So when y'all ask me stupid questions, how much a dollar really costs, the question is detrimental, paralyzing my thoughts. It's like, yo, y'all not ready for the Ken, the K-Dot. That's my young boy. I'm giving it right back to y'all. Like, what is Chuck talking about? It's Volo now. I gave Chuck to my seed. He don't want to use it. He still wants to be Charles. But that's beautiful. That was my grandfather. That was, our great grandfather's name. That's the blessing. That's the blessing. So when I say our Father, one God, of course, our Father, art of time, heaven is your order, on Mother Earth. We're going to get this together. We're going to figure this out, but one day, one step at a time. So yeah, I'm sharing it the way I'm sharing it right now. I was going to go really, really deep into it and do this like I've been doing my night show. But I already shared, videos on here and that's what I kind of do. But y'all got to do your homework. You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all this Muhammad Ali show. And Muhammad Ali talks about his convergence from, Christianity to Muslim Islam, and the path that he took and what it means to him and what religion means to him. Of course, politicians want to control religion. And that's the war that we got going on. We're fighting over land, language, and law. That's what the war is. It's politics versus religion still. They want to say it's religion versus religion. That's the game that the politicians play. They some snake-tongued devils. I'm talking about politicians, yes. And I do have friends that are, in the political game. Just to see he's still running for president. Make sure y'all vote for him. I'm running for mayor of Philadelphia in 3 years. Yes, I'm doing it for the salary. I think you get paid, the mayor of Philadelphia might get $200,000 or something. That'd be a nice income. I need that. But the moral of the story isn't, your occupation. It's not your race. It's not your religion, right? The moral of the story is you're a human being. Right? Before all that, before any of those things that they tell you are, you know what I mean? Or you think that you are, you're a human being. Now those two words is like hip hop, right? Human, right? Human, right? We can break that down, right? Looking at the keyword and the root words, right? Being, same thing. We can look at the root word, be. We can look at the suffix, ing. And when we put those words together and all of the grammar and prefixes and suffixes and root words and keywords, we have an idea that transcends ignorance. We have to start transcending ignorance. That's what I'm talking about. We have to start transcending ignorance. Some people have mental health issues. When I say you're unintelligent, their mental health issues come out because they think, oh, that means you're saying I'm ignorant, right? And they go extreme, even though, yes, I am saying you're ignorant. I am. I'm when I say you're unintelligent, I'm saying you're ignorant. I'm honest in that. But it's the same with love. If I say I don't love you, nah, that's not love. That's not love. I don't love you, right? Yes, I'm saying I hate you, but see, love is strong. Hate is weak. So yeah, even though love is strong, and I'm saying not love, hate is so weak that it's really, just because I say hate you doesn't, you shouldn't want to jump off a building, right? You shouldn't want to try to kill me, right? Instead, ask me, what do I really, truly love? And I'll tell you what, we can have a nice conversation about God. That's all the love I need. All the things that he gave me, all the things he gave Muhammad Ali, right? The GOAT. That's why I started with boxing. I'm learning how to fight by Mike Tyson. That's what my page. I'm a gaming channel, so I'm trying to beat Mike Tyson on Nintendo. So I'm studying what made Muhammad Ali the greatest. His faith. I don't have to be Muslim or Islam to understand his faith. I don't have to be Christian to understand Christian faith. I do have to read and understand their biblical texts. I do have to have conversations with the people, the believers, and together we can come together, right? But this is what the government did right there. What you're seeing right there on the screen. They're tearing us apart. They act like it's us doing it. No, they're the ones going, oh, we're going to make Christians more powerful than the Muslims. We're going to make men or women more powerful than men. Right? I'm learning how to use my hands like this. My distance, my range, my enlightenment, my morality, right? So that I can beat Mike Tyson in a video game. Right? I'm a gaming channel. Y'all can sit there and argue over what beats fire or water, which one wins, right? That's what they want y'all to argue with, right? Is it all the possessive things? Is that what's supposed to bring you happiness? Is it walking through the pits of all this hell in order to get to the gates of heaven? Right? God will not place a burden on a man's shoulder knowing that he cannot carry it. I'm doing okay. I hope y'all doing okay. Let's keep carrying this burden, okay? I'll be back. Try to connect with the young boy. We can do a show together. And one love, one God, one unity. All right. We'll be back. I had fun doing this. Only 20 minutes, but that's all y'all needed. Sometimes y'all just need 20 minutes. Hip means to know. It's a form of intelligence. To be hip means to be up to date and relevant. Hop, that's a form of movement. You can't just observe a hop. You gotta hop up and do it. Hip and hop is more than music. Hip is the knowledge. Hop is the movement. Hip and hop is intelligent movement or relevant movement. We sell the music. Write this down in your black books and journals. Hip hop culture is eternal. Run and tell all your friends. An ancient civilization has been born again.